Hi, I'm Dan, founder of WearBands, and welcome to the introduction to WearBands for Fitness. First of all, I'd like to personally thank you for being our customer. It's super exciting for us to see so many people getting on board with WearBands, getting on board with this more productive, more efficient way to work out, doing whatever you want. So it's very exciting for us, and we're really happy to have you as a customer, so welcome aboard. I'd just like to spend a few minutes here giving you some tips and tricks for using the system, let you know what to expect when you're getting started with the system, just to ease your transition into this new way of training. So let's jump right in. If you saw our system setup videos, a properly worn system should look like this. Belt, set of bands going down the front, and a set of bands going down the rear. Now, if you're a woman watching this video, we show you in the women's setup video how you remove this front pad, and women simply flip the belt upside down with the rings facing down and then put on the system in the same way. Other than that, the configuration for men and women is absolutely identical. So the first thing you're going to notice when you put on WearBands, right, is you're going to feel a little bit like a puppet, right? You're going to walk around like this. The bands are kind of picking up your legs a little bit. Now, don't worry about that. That will not last very long. What we recommend is you simply walk around a little bit with the bands, get used to them, make sure you're kind of pulling the bands, and the bands aren't pulling you, maybe just jog around. Just leave it on for a few minutes. What you'll find is after 3 to 5 minutes, that feeling starts to go away as your brain and your body adjust to this new kind of system. And once you start working out, within a few minutes, that feeling will really go away completely. And certainly by your second and third sessions, you won't even think about it anymore. So don't worry about that. That feeling will not last very long. The next thing I want to tell you, just sort of for efficiency's sake, is you'll notice when you put on our socks, they're very thin, 2mm neoprene socks, super comfortable. So when you put them on, you slip your foot in your shoe, it's going to feel very comfortable. So you really don't have to put on the socks and take off the socks as soon as you're ready to work out, as soon as you're done. What we recommend is once you put your sock on, maybe at home, or maybe at the gym, or when you get ready for a workout or a hike or whatever, just go ahead and put them on and leave them in your shoe. And then when you're ready, you simply take your belt and your bands, you hook up to the socks, you do your workout. When you're done with your workout, you can remove the bands, take off the belt. If you're not ready to take off your sock, just leave them in your shoe. They're quite comfortable, and there's no need to take them out until you're ready. So that's just a little tip. You can really leave the socks in your shoe for as long as you want. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the number of reps, number of sets, the amount of time you're used to working out. Now, whatever it is, whatever kind of workout you're doing, when you put on WearBands and you're under full-time resistance, it's going to be significantly more difficult. That is the idea. Now, there is an adjustment period, and it will actually get progressively easier after the third or fourth session. But when you first put the system on, if you're used to doing 10 reps, 3 sets of this, or I'm used to working out 60 seconds doing that, or 30 seconds doing that, you're probably not going to get through all your reps and sets. You're not going to get through all your time. That's the whole idea. Your body is getting a more efficient, more productive workout. It's fatiguing quicker. You're just not going to get through it. Don't be discouraged. That's the whole idea with WearBands. What you will find out is by that third or fourth session, as your brain and your body adapt and adjust to this kind of resistance, it's going to start to feel a little more natural, actually a little bit easier. And then you'll find you can start building your way back up to those reps and sets you were doing and to the amount of time you were doing. And of course, when you get there, you're going to be in a lot better shape than you were in. So don't be discouraged by that. Just stick with it for a few sessions and you'll see it'll start to feel a little bit easier, and then you can start building your way back up. The next thing I want to show you is how to get out of the system very quickly. Let's say you're in the middle of a workout. You don't want to take the whole system off, but maybe the bands are getting a little tough. You want to take a little break, whatever. You want to do something without the bands attached. You don't have to take the whole system off. Let me show you how to unhook the bands very quickly so you can keep your workout moving along. Let's say you're in the middle of a workout. Let's say you're doing a HIIT workout. I'm doing some skaters, right? Bands are starting to get a little tough. Maybe I want to take a little break. You don't have to take the whole system off. Just do this. Just bend down, very quickly unhook the bands from your sock rings. Only takes a few seconds, right? And then what we recommend is you just quickly take these bands and hook them to your side belt ring right here like this. This whole process takes probably 15 or 20 seconds at the most. Now I have it like this, right? Now I can go back, I can do my skaters, do whatever I was doing, maybe do some things that I didn't want to do with the bands on, but now I want to hook the bands back up, right? Well, all you have to do then is just reverse the process, right? Very quickly, unhook from the side rings, like that, right? Bend down, Gonna hook back up to my sock rings. Again, the whole thing probably takes 15 or 20 seconds. And now I'm ready. I go right back at it, right? So that's just a way you can unhook the system for short periods of time and then be ready to hook it back up. Just keeps that workout moving along. Next thing I want to point out for those of you who got our upper body system, you may or may not have ordered this, but if you want the complete full body system, we do recommend getting the upper body system. It simply just has our gloves and our upper body bands, right? You take the upper body bands, attach them to the side belt ring, and off you go, right? Now you got a whole body system. Now, what you'll find is with the upper body system, because we want to give you full range of movement, sometimes there's a little bit of slack, right, when it's just down by your arms like this. Here's a little tip, a little trick I like to do. If I'm working out and I want to add a little extra resistance to the bands, what you can do very quickly is just wrap the band inside your thumb like that. Very comfortable, no problem. Now I've effectively shortened the bands, right? And by effectively shortening the bands, I've given myself some extra resistance. So that's just something you can do for those of you who want to crank it up a little bit. Just a quick tip on the upper body system. Now the final thing I want to go over is how you're going to feel when you take WearBands off. Now if you've had WearBands on for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you have it on for a whole workout, you're going to get used to it. You're going to be moving, you're going to be working harder, but it's going to feel very fluid, very smooth while you're working out. Now when you take the system off, you're not going to feel light as air. Some people think that. That's not the case. WearBands is a resistance training system. It's put your legs under full-time resistance over an extended period of time. When you take them off, you're going to have very tired, dead legs, especially when you're getting started with the system. You're going to walk around, going to be dragging your feet a little bit. That's all good. That's the whole idea. It might be surprising, but it just tells you how much work your legs were getting, even though it didn't quite maybe feel like it was that much. When you take it off, you're going to feel it. So don't worry about that dead leg syndrome. You'll probably feel that for a few times. Again, there's an adjustment period, an adaptation period. When you get through that period, that feeling will get less and less. And then I'm just going to finish up by encouraging you to experiment with WearBands. You might be getting WearBands for certain things. I want to get it for walking. I want to get it for bar class. I want to get it for Zumba. I want to get it for HIIT workouts. All good. But don't forget, experiment with the system. When you go to walk the dog, put it on, go for a walk or go for a hike or do something you might not have thought you were going to do with the system. The whole idea is to just put it on, hook it up and go, and you're going to get significantly more fitness benefits than you were going to get if you leave them at home. So go ahead and experiment, try some different things. And by all means, let us know if you have any questions. We love answering questions, heard them all, answered them all. So please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions you have whatsoever about the system. We'd love to help. So other than that, we just want you to enjoy. We want you to enjoy fitting fitness into your life, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care.